Today we're going to talk about Google Earth and how you can use it to increase collaboration in your classroom. With Google Earth, you, the teacher, can develop interactive materials that will help your students become explorers, storytellers, and cartographers. I'm going to start by showing you how to use Google Earth, and then I'm going to give you some ideas for how you might use this in your own content area. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to earth.google.com, and then you're going to click on Launch Earth. When you do that, you'll be asked to log in, and once you log in, you'll see something that looks like this. You'll see some things here on the side that will show you how to navigate through Google Earth, and I'm going to click on Projects, and then I'm going to click on New Project. Create a project in Google Drive. You give it a name, and you can see you have your little pencil, just like you always have in anything in Google. So you can edit the project, you can edit the name, and then you can add a description. And then down here, you can add a new feature. You can search for a place. It will take me there. And then I can add this to my project. You can see there it is in Florence. And once I've added it, I can give it a name. I can say which project I want to add it to. I'm just going to hit save. And then once it's added to my project, I can go over here and I can edit it. And when I go to edit it, I can replace this information with whatever I write. And when I say replace, it's going to give me an option to type things, but also to add pictures, which I will now do. And notice that when I click to add pictures, it brings me to a Google search image, but I can also embed videos. Select, and I'm going to say, and I can add more than one picture if I want, so I'm just going to add a few more. And once I have those added, I'm just going to click back. Notice that it's saving as I go. I'm going to click back here. And now I'm going to add one more thing, full screen slide. So we have kind of a title. Okay, so now I'm going to go back here and I'm going to click present. And you'll see I've got two slides, Trip of a Lifetime, Florence, and then this one that I created here, and I can scroll through the pictures, and my text that I wrote is right here. If I decide that I want my title slide to be first, I just drag it up here, and then it rearranges. If I want to get rid of it, I delete it here. And at any time during the presentation, you can grab your little guy and go down and explore wherever you are. So I'm going to go down here and explore the Basilica of St. Peter. And when I do that, it gives me a street view of it. So even within the presentation, you can use all the features of Google Maps, which is pretty awesome. So you can see by how quickly I did that you can very easily make presentation style map stories within Google Earth. The great thing about this as a teacher, especially if you're teaching virtually or you're doing rotating days, is that you can click here to share the project and you get the same sharing settings that you see on any Google Doc or slides. So I can add people to be editors, but then when I'm ready to share it with my teacher, I can also go down here and copy the link so that people can view it. Or I can change that to where anybody with the link can edit it and so on, just like as you would any Google Doc. I have a couple of other ones that I've looked at recently that I wanted to show you. One is this one that's World War I, a Google Earth story about the Great War. And I just found this by Googling it. So there's plenty of stuff out there that you can use for content. I'm just going to click on present, and it's just going to go through the whole. So you can see that they're showing different places that these events took place. But then they've also added pictures. From slide deck, they've found pictures or created pictures. So it can be a more complicated project than the simple one that I just showed you. It's not just about maps and social studies or touring. You can also have kids, if you teach French or Spanish, have them do a tour of a city and then write in the target language. If you teach English, you could have students present on the background of Elizabethan England for a study of Shakespeare, or map the route of the Underground Railroad for a book study for elementary or middle school. If a student can create a Google slide presentation, then they can create a Google Earth story as well.